Dai, su. Vediamo cosa mi dice l'Annapurna Interactive Showcase stasera. Eccolo qua, Stray. Questo pure pubblico rosa, che non mi ricordavo. No. Oh, questo qua c'è quello con l'arciere, là, che era figo. Outer Wilds. Che la gente è tutta felice per Outer Wilds. No, ancora non l'ho provato. Mi ha sparato la tizia. Oh, questo è fighissimo. L'avevo giocato io poi. Ace. Piccolo trailerino di Annapurna che
Hello, my name is Kelsey and welcome to our second annual Annapurna Interactive Showcase. We had the best time sharing all of our latest games and partnerships with you last summer, so this year we're back again to show you what we have in store for 2022 and beyond. Today we'll have about 25 minutes of new reveals, closer looks at games you've seen before, and spotlights on a few developers we are thrilled to be working with. We want to thank our fans and partners all over the world for making this showcase possible. Let's get started.
Dai, con lo showcase possibile. Tirti Suitors. Game update, quindi è già uscito il gioco.
Hi, I'm Chandana Ekanayaka.
And I'm Meghna Jayan.
Che cognome particolare.
Welcome to the joyful and surreal world of Thirsty Suitors.
Thirsty Suitors is an action-adventure RPG about fighting your exes, disappointing your parents, and finding yourself. This is Jala.
She's back
Fighting
in
your
her
exes.
hometown of Timber Hills after a brutal breakup and has
Scott
to face
Pilgrim.
everything she left behind. Her immigrant parents,
Sto Pilgrim al femminile, invece di essere il maschio con le ex. No, no, aspetta. No, in realtà cioè come se fosse Ramona lei praticamente. Perché in quel caso era Scott che combatteva con le ex di Ramona. In questo caso lei combatte contro i suoi ex. Ma che cazzo?
Let's look at how combat and narrative work together during the battle with Jala's third-grade boyfriend, Sergio.
Jala's base attack does damage and builds up her willpower. Taunts reveal your opponent's weaknesses by putting them.
Ma guarda come si muove!
My mom says I'm irresistible, and my mom is always right.
So let's hit him with a thirsty taunt.
Ma che cazzo?
Now Sergio is in a thirsty mood. His attacks do less damage and have a chance to backfire. When he's in this mood, Jala's thirst skill does way more damage.
Ma che?
In between their attacks and deflections, the player shapes Jala's personality and backstory through choices, which build up her persona. Just when Jala thinks she's getting through to Sergio, he pulls her into his inner world, a psychic landscape, where he's the man he imagines himself to be in reality.
No, mi spiace, dopo c'è Soul River, non puoi
Sergio's
skipparla.
ego makes him invulnerable to attack. What's a girl to do?
Like most South Asian men, all it takes to destroy Sergio's ego is a single word from his mom.
Jala summons the next best thing to help her win this psychodrama battle. Her mom.
Non ho capito. Minchia la ciabatta. Vabbè, ovviamente, classico, no?
Jala hits Sergio with a rage taunt, which brings all of Sergio's buried resentments to the surface. Once this weakness is exposed, we hit him with a rage skill.
The battle ends not with a
Non so come prendere
defeat, but a
questo gioco.
reconciliation. They've worked through their issues during the battle and can now start again.
I'm sorry I came on so strong, Jala.
As friends, or maybe even something more.
When Jala needs to clear her head, she
Cioè,
heads out to an abandoned theme park just outside of town to go skating.
non lo so, non mi sembra figo, mi sembra
And his creepy cult of skater punk.
The
cringissimo.
approach to skating is to make
Mi
it
sembra
accessible,
cringissimo,
not
non
too punishing,
figo.
but also add enough depth for folks that really want to get into it. The basics are to keep the combo meter going up for high score.
Trash all'ultimo livello, sì, ma
Extend the combos on rails, wall runs, manuals, quick turns, and end on a combo finisher for a big score. These are just some of the stories and mechanics packed into Thirsty Suitors. We have so much more to share with our players.
We can't wait for you
cioè,
to
l'idea
join
era
Jala.
carina, per
She
carità, la
confronts
Scott
her
Pilgrim,
mistakes,
per così
makes up
dire,
with her
ma
exes, reconciles her cultural differences,
mi sembra...
becomes the person she
Non lo so, la fase di combattimento me l'ha
Thirsty
reso
Suitors
super mega
is coming to
cringe.
Steam, PlayStation, Switch,
Vabbè, esce
and launching
ovunque.
into Game Pass.
Ha preso il Game
Experience
Pass.
the game for yourself with a Thirsty Suitors Steam demo.
No, a vedere proprio... ma non lo so, personalmente non mi ispira per niente. Vabbè, partiamo al prossimo. Hindsight. Cioè, ho cringiato forte, onestamente.
It's hard not to think about how time has changed the memory of you. How it will continue to change, to shift, until I'm left with a version I've created in my head. I'm packing things up, clearing out your stuff, sorting through memories that twist and turn, depending on the way you look at them. It's hard not to drift into the past.
Narrativo drammatico questo.
To remember everything all at once. Back when you were still here.
Questo sembra interessante. Sono stati da una roba super trash a una roba depressiva. Ah, esce 4 agosto. Switch, Steam, pure su Android. Cardboard Computer. Developer Spotlight. Farò parlare anche un pochettino di developer indie, suppongo.
Our studio is called Cardboard Computer, and it's just 3 of us. So my name's Jake Elliott. I'm the writer in the studio, I guess, in the team, and I also do a lot of programming. Tomas and I kind of share programming.
It's like art, writing, sound.
I was playing music and some touring and making records. I guess I caught Jake in his last year.
We were at the School of the Art Institute of Chicago. All 3 of us were living in Chicago around 2010, I think. Tomas and I wanted to make a video game, and we had a few other ideas before we settled on Kentucky Route Zero.
Loro hanno fatto Kentucky Route Zero. Ne ho sentito parlare strabene di Kentucky Route Zero.
Because we were somehow managed to release the second act in a few months.
It would be Friday night, and we'd be like, okay, I bet if we worked all night tonight, I bet we could publish this game tomorrow morning. And we were like, okay. We would work all night, and it wouldn't be quite done. We'd be like, okay, but I bet we could do Sunday. I bet if we kept going, you know? And it didn't end up being possible, so we had to adjust our expectations a little bit.
7 years, with like another 3 years before that. Learned a lot about our own processes, and I think that's still kind of carrying over into the new project.
Right after KRZ came out, I think we moved directly into this new game.
But the idea has been kicking around for years.
Maybe as old as KRZ.
We're working on a new project. It's the first project we're really seriously focusing on performance as like kind of a core part of the piece.
KRZ, it's like very still, there's not a lot of animation, everything is sort of like these slow, idle tableaus. So we're sort of doing a lot of R&D with making it more lively.
This is a version of like fully animated characters that we can do as a 3-person team, basically. This workflow is already just so exciting.
Sì, fanno tutto loro.
This time we have a lot more knowledge going into it. The beginning of Kentucky Route Zero was a more staggered sort of development, and now we've known each other for so long and we're so comfortable with each other, and I think that informs making the new work in a way that feels substantial and exciting.
The new game, it's about a different tempo. It's faster and hopefully funnier. And
there's comedy in KRZ.
But it's a tragedy.
But it's a tragedy. It's not a tragic comedy, though.
No, it's just a tragedy, yeah.
Yeah, just a tragedy.
È solo una tragedia, a posto. Ok, quindi sarà più veloce rispetto a Kentucky Route Zero. Bounty Star. Ok.
I thought I was done with this life. But I suppose that's not my privilege to possess. Some skill sets are a curse. Maybe someday I'll find peace in that.
Poi i robottoni. Ok, passiamo in action quindi.
Sadly, today is not that
Un
day.
po' più d'azione. È un western, per così dire, diciamo così. Con robottoni. Allora, mi sembra un po' legnosetto, però sembra anche carino. No, non mi dispiace.
Tomorrow is different.
The Moral State of Grey Clan. Dovrei vedere un po' di più però. Questo esce ovunque. Tranne Switch non esce. Yarn Owl. Developer Spotlight, ok. Come quello di prima.
A Link to the Past was the reason I got into making video games. It was from my dad. He passed away, and that was one of the last things that he left. I came back to it when I was in my early teens. It was just a really sentimental and emotional experience. And when I beat it, I was like, oh man, I really want to make an experience like this for someone else. So I started to make my own game, and I would stream the whole process, and I had a pretty active community on Twitch. And Chris
ha streamato tutto
was
il
one of the
processo di
first
creazione del
people
suo videogioco.
I was thinking, how am I going to make this game alone? Then one day, he started typing in my chat. He said, do you have a mic? That's how it all got started.
Hey, I'm Chris Hoffman. I'm the programmer at a company that Fabian and I started called Yarn Owl. I work in Austin, and Fabian works in Atlanta. We've been working full-time on the project together for a little over a year and never met. Hey, how's it going?
Ok, sono in due loro.
This is Fabian.
First time I'm meeting Alma.
She's very excited about all this.
She's very excited. Like, I've talked to Alma as much as I've talked to Chris.
And then, you can hold it again to charge again, and
Cool.
hold it again to charge again.
Yeah, that's awesome.
After work, we both come home and start working on the game. Then at the end of 2020, I shot him a message one day and I said, hey, are we really going to make this
spezzare le
game?
mani?
He said, yeah. I quit my
Ma
job
no,
that
ma
day.
sono belli
And then
gli
in
indie, non capisci
2021,
niente.
we started Yarn Owl.
I was like, man, he is fully on board. So
facciamo solo
from that
io.
point, I just figured
Te?
that he would
No,
be
no,
the
a
best
me no,
person
a me no.
to
A me
work
non
with.
spezzate le mani. Se spezzate le mani non posso giocare.
He does everything code and I do everything art. We'll just hop in a meeting for like a good
sono
hour,
indie e indie,
but then it
ovviamente.
ends up being like 3 hours, 4 hours because we get excited, just talking about different ideas. It was definitely emotional. Now all of this is happening and all of this is real. If I didn't get a Link to the Past from my dad or even Wind Waker later from my mom, just getting those games as a kid is what motivates me
Questo
now.
qua ama Zelda e
wanna
voleva
make an
fare il suo
experience just like
Zelda, da
that.
quello che ho capito. Perché quello che fai è giocare, in teoria. Sembrava carino però. Oh, Outer Wilds, game update per Outer Wilds. Io la chiamo tortura.
Hey, it's been a little while, and I just wanted to reassure everyone that no, you did not collectively hallucinate our announcement of Outer Wilds for the Nintendo Switch. It's possible we were a bit over-optimistic on the time frame.
No, pare sia un
At this point,
update
it's
per
possible we
Switch,
just
cioè deve
fundamentally
uscire su
misunderstand the
Switch.
Gregorian calendar, but it's still happening, and we're working hard to bring a great version of Outer Wilds to the Switch. Thank you for your patience. We'll have new info for you as soon as possible. With that said, we also have some good news.
Ah, c'è dell'altro. C'è dell'altro. Ah, esce su Series S e PS5. Quindi penso che non te ne fotta un cazzo lo stesso perché tu giochi su PC, quindi. Dai, The Wilds a 60 fps, mamma mia. Vabbè, è un altro porting per console next gen, ci sta next gen, current gen, upgrade for free. Ah, buono, bello, upgrade for free. Ah, lo devi ancora prendere, ok. Platform update. Annapurna Interactive. Ah, The Pathless è troppo carino, mi ispira un sacco il Pathless. È già uscito. Ah, esce su Xbox e Switch questo Winter. Oltre che mi perderei. E da quello che ho capito, Outer Wilds ti perdi molto facilmente. Maquette. Pare di averlo già visto, Maquette. Un puzzle, se non sbaglio. Puzzle game. Yeah, Ah, ok. Quindi va in loop, ok. Ah, te lo metto pure sul Game Pass. Ok. Allora, Switch. Solar Rush. Non vedo l'ora che esca perché mi ispira un sacco. Esce su Steam il 6 dicembre. Sembra davvero davvero tanto figo. Sul Game Pass. Minchia. Ma no, ma guarda che figo. Sono gli stessi Hyper Light Drifter, però quello è bellissimo. Un classico belovato. Ora in 4K e 60 fps. Ragazzi, mi sfugge quale sia questo classico. Ah, ecco ciò che rimane. Ah, perché non l'ho giocato ancora. Ciò che rimane di Edith Finch. Upgrade now for free. Bravi. Mia Wild Chick che ti fa pagare il remake a 80 euro. Remake. Scusate. Piccolo momento.
For a long time I didn't know that I wanted to make games, and I always loved writing stories in school and learning about the mechanics in video games. At some point I just thought, okay, maybe I can combine those two things.
Molto hipster voi.
I'm a computer kid. I liked working in these creative programs, and those were the first steps of kind of like expressing myself.
My name is Kai, and I'm a writer and one of the co-founders of Third Shift.
I'm Fabian, I'm the artist and one of the co-founders of Third Shift.
Hipster ariano però, ok.
Right now we are in the west of Germany.
Vedi, Germany.
In my apartment, which is at the same time the headquarters of our little company. When we
però parla bene inglese, è molto fluente.
We love brainstorming actually on this balcony here. And this was when the idea was born.
Ma è vero, ci sono indie bellissimi e indie brutti. Cose belle e brutte. Qua per ora ho visto... Tu ti sei perso l'inizio, Nix. Al primo gioco avresti bestemmiato. Gli altri belli, carini, interessanti. Il primo... Osha l'ha visto, voleva già andarsene.
When Kai was about to go on this road trip, he asked me to lend him my camera. After he came back, he shared that book with me, like as a thank you.
Pixel art? No, non era pixel art. Ma era cringissimo, trash e cringe pesante.
Drive for hours on end, and there's just no one. And this was just crazy to see.
Yeah, we have a scene just like this in the game.
Ovviamente giudicando solamente da quello che ho visto, però il mood mi sembra era proprio quello.
Didn't always look like this. This is what Alfred used to look like. We started redesigning Alfred and making him a little bit more lifelike.
Alfred's main purpose is to document this trip. Usually the games that stuck most with us are story-driven games.
I'm just excited to see when people actually play this thing in the future.
Mi ispira questo qua, un bell'art, mi piace.
And I hope this will be very soon.
Un po' low poly. Sembra figo, sembra carino questo qua. Andiamo... Oh, Flock. Game Reveal, quindi è nuovo. Non si è mai visto Flock. Mi sento un po' nonno. Un po' vecchio mi sento. Sono un vecchio io praticamente. Del babbo mi do sempre. Vediamo questo Flock. Snu. Dai, Nome Sky è figo adesso. Cioè, oddio, è da qualche anno che è figo ormai. Ma che carino! No, mi spiace. Bisogna tornare bambini. Guarda che bellino! Dai, sei un gathering your friends. Esce ovunque. Tranne Switch. Vabbè, Switch uscirà dopo, probabilmente. Santa Monica Studios, cosa? Ah, come si chiama questo? A me piacciono gli uccelli. Ho sbustato i Flow Under Ease. Anche se in verità il gameplay di Flow Under Ease mi sta un po' qui. Non lo so, sembra un po' noioso. No, non è Loco Roco, no. Non mi ricordo come si chiama questo. Però cioè, ho un vago ricordo di sto gioco. Ok. Oh, è uscito già su Steam. È Snake non bello, ma è di Santa Monica Studios. San Francisco. Game teaser. Non capisco il titolo. Comunque finora non abbiamo visto neanche uno in pixel art, Keita Takashi. Il creatore di Katamari Damacy. Ma non si vede un cazzo, vedi solo il cane che lecca il tizio. Ma non mi teaserare così. Dreamfield. Ma Katamari Damacy.
Making games is a process. You try and guide it, but you're trying to guide like a gushing river. Often people reach for stories they've already heard. We really want to pull from our own experience as much as possible because it feels the most kind of real.
Sono un bel po'. Questi sono un bel po'.
I'm Laura. I'm the director at Dreamfield.
Dreamfield? Vediamo che ha.
This is the Hellfire Club. Way back when Dreamfield started, this is one of the first places we came for like research.
Ireland is full of ruins, and those ruins speak to a history of violence sometimes, a history of change as well.
Dreamfield started as a label for my own work, and then I met Leah.
It was just going to be a few sessions, but it turned into like a full-time week just exploring.
We developed loads of ideas, and one of them became If Found. Suddenly there was a dynamic. We're like playing off each other, and then as more and more people come in, kind of like grows its own identity. I think like creativity is when you bring like one like random idea from here and one random idea from somewhere else and like see how they could join or like what they could do together. And when you have lots of team members, that just happens. It's really important to me that
Ehi Robo,
we
buonasera,
have the
saluto al
energy and
volo.
we enjoy it when we come here. So like
I
today,
found stiamo guardando lo showcase di Annapurna.
Screens, I
Un
wanted to
saluto
show like
Rob.
Dreamfield is like all of these people coming together. The new
Non
game
è
is
tutta
set
Irlanda, non
in
è
kind
tutta
of like a
Inghilterra e
fantasy
Irlanda.
version of Ireland. Probably the most obvious first detail is that all the characters are cats.
I think art-wise we have something very unique. We have themes that I think are
Minchia,
very
davvero,
relevant
anni
these days
90, non
about
sapevo.
coming together in the face of adversity.
Everything drowned will someday rise.
Sì, comunque è l'Annapurna Showcase questo qua. Lo stiamo guardando e poi giochiamo a Soul River, lo continuiamo. Mi sta piacendo un sacco Soul River.
Be creative together and make something that is worthwhile.
I think what's fantastic about Dreamfield is that whether you're working on the music or the art or the programming, you're really invited to like bring your best to the table. Everyone kind of leaves a mark on it, which is really nice.
Ha fatto l'elicottero.
In a lot of ways, I think
Se ti
Dreamfield
piace
has become
pensarlo.
more polished as we've gone on. I think this game will feel more polished even compared to If Found, but I hope that we still bring that edge of like exploration and adventure into it.
No, comunque è Dreamfield, però è... Insomma, non è che hanno fatto vedere niente alla fine. 19 è molto particolare, found, con un'interazione strana, in pratica vai avanti cancellando le pagine di un diario e proseguire la storia, ok. Allora è quello che hanno fatto prima, questo qua è nuovo il titolo. Sì, è lo stesso team, sì sì. Questo è lo stesso di superiorità. Vediamo cos'è questo. Ci sono i dinosauri. E Ark 2. No vabbè, non è Ark per carità. Hanno tanta carne al fuoco, sì. Boh. Se ho un'amnesia con i dinosauri ammazzo qualcuno. No, non penso. Parla male di Ark ancora una volta. Scusa, c'è Vin Diesel. Non dico niente. Eh sì, mi sa che devi tipo sopravvivere ai dinosauri perché sennò t'ammazzano. È tipo un Jurassic Park dello Swai. È tipo un Jurassic Park dove però potresti morire da un momento all'altro. Quello che Arco 2 è con giocarci so, scusa.
Thank you so much for tuning in to our second annual Annapurna
Mi sa che è un po' amnesia con i
We
dinosauri.
hope you enjoyed it and we will see you all again next summer.
Ah, abbiamo finito? Pensavo durasse di più. Ah, quello là è il gioco del creatore di Katamari Damacy, però non si è visto niente. Si è solo visto il cane che leccava il tipo. Takashi, esatto. Vabbè, è un piccolo showcase. Tutto sommato è stato carino, c'è stata bella roba, dai. Ah, quelle di Kentucky Route Zero stanno lavorando a altro. Insomma.